Hey guys, good morning everyone. Welcome to our channel. This is Miss JD for a weekend episode of our daily stock market insights. And I hope you had a good trade last week. I know there were a lot of stocks that really dipped because of the index, as you can see, uh, being on a 4 day straight of a decline. Yeah, we are going to go ahead and discuss each one. And let me first invite you guys, if this is the kind of content that you like, and if you're starting your journey in the stock market, I would love to be part of that. And so I'm inviting you guys to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you'd like to have your stocks reviewed and learn some tips from Miss JD. I do this every day, by the way, so you will be able to learn a few things as you go through the journey, right? Okay, so let us first start with the index, and then I'll go through the different stocks that we have. We'll go through all these stocks, not 100%, but we'll um, try to evaluate the highly traded ones last Friday. So I also have several videos for the previous days, and I highly suggest that you guys take a look at those as well and try to see if our analysis is for the movement of the stocks went according to our insights. Okay, so let me start with the index over here. By the way, I'm using a Bollinger Band and an RSI plus the basic ones here, volume and the candlesticks as my main indicators to analyze movements. So in my previous video, I was saying that we could potentially just stop here right at the MA20 level where we had this, because if you are to look back, you also have this. But I just realized we also have some gaps to fill over here. Do you see that? So chances are there could be a possibility that we will actually going to revisit the 6,500 area or up to here, right? Yeah, up to that level. So two key areas now to check, because the reason why I'm saying that is because we're slightly lower than the MA20 line. So there could be a big possibility that we could revisit those levels, and I bet the major stocks in the country that are part of the index are also dipping, because whatever you see here is a collective performance of these stocks. Now, as we check each one, of course, your key assignment is to check the fundamentals of these stocks. Because mind you guys, if you're a mid to long term investor, moments like this would be your opportunity to buy more. Okay, so let's see. Okay, just check out these key levels, because there's a big possibility that we might have some more decliners in the market next week. Okay, let's try to see BPI first. Wow, this is a significant drop. That's a 5.68% with the wow big volume over here. So what's interesting is right now the cryptocurrency is the one that's also giving us the cryptocurrency is highly volatile at the moment, but the climb there they have a massive increase in the price. If you've seen the XRP video that I created the other day, there was a significant increase and there's also a pullback. So I'm not sure the timing, because yesterday it's also actually the pullback for XRP that I created a video on. The decline happened from Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. And then now we have the stocks also declining. But the cryptocurrency world has been climbing up really significantly last week. Okay, so going back to the stock here, BPI. So this one, in most cases, if you see a significant increase or decrease in the price, there's an equivalent reaction right after that. There could be a possible reaction. So if it drops big time, then it could potentially gain some more buyers in that case. And what I'm saying here is that there is also a possibility in this scenario because we're very near the MA20, right? And then a 5.68% increase here could also mean that it's a significant move in the Philippine market. So I'm plotting a support at the 81.66 or 81 level. It could even reach up to this area slightly. There, 81 level. Hopefully it only touches the area within the day and then pushes the price higher as well. So that's what we are looking forward to. But if you're to ask yourself, is this a good time to buy BPI? Now all you have to do is to zoom out a little bit, okay? And then ask yourself, are we at a cheaper level? Do you see that? I'd have to say we're already like halfway because we've been already climbing up. And then these dips here are just normal reactions to just when the stock is also climbing up because we don't go on a straight line. Definitely, there are days when profit taking will also happen, but definitely BPI, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the very stable banks in the country. So if you are to ask me at this point right now, this is a good time to still buy because of the fundamentals and just hold on to it for mid to long term and then you'll definitely be profitable. And if you want, you can just do some test buys. Don't put all your funds in one go, one transaction. If you plan to, for instance, put in 100,000 here, you can start testing and buying at the 81 level by 30,000, and then put in again another 30,000 in case it drops. At least your cost average is going to go down, right? And then if it bounces, then that's good. You can just enter again because that's a confirmation that there will be a continuation up there. Okay, BDO has also dropped significantly, and this is a solid drop over here. That's a 3% drop. But let's see where it could possibly settle down. Wow. Okay, so I'm just setting my I am setting my expectations here. It could even possibly go down to as low as 97.58. Yeah, because that's where my MA20 line is. Okay, this used to be your resistance over here and some consolidation that happened here. This was your support. So I am thinking this area could be somewhere, could be a significant level as well. And this one too. Okay, let me just plot that there. Okay, because this used to be a resistance as well. And there's another one here. So it's very near each other. 101. We'll see if it will stabilize there. But I still see some few pesos dropping by Monday, but definitely we're looking forward to a recovery within the week. So what we're waiting for is a good, probably a good news or a good catalyst that would influence the movement of the entire index, so that most of our stocks will also move according to that direction. And BDO is, we all know this is one of the biggest companies that is part of the index. So this is a market mover. Okay, so 101. The next support, if it breaks 97.58, reason for that is because we're very near that MA20 line. ACEN, on the other hand, has a different reaction over here. Um, we had a slight dip, but I think because this stock is very bullish, there could be a continuation. This could already mean that people have already, those who are profitable and are trading this stock, have already exited, and looks like we will be stabilizing. If we are going to just stabilize within this level, then that could mean we have a continuation. In fact, if you're to draw a triangle here, this is a mini breakout, right? That could already mean a mini breakout of what do you call this triangle? It's like a descending triangle, right? But you had a tiny breakout over there. For now, what I'm thinking here is that we will potentially see some more green candlesticks in the coming weeks, particularly next week. Okay, but if the market gives you a chance, because this is still a support, guys, you cannot neglect that. This is still a support area, so who knows? We could have something like this in by next week, a long wick that touches this key level over here. Then that is a good haggle for you. So still mark that level 585 as a possible area of support. RLC also dropped. Let's see. Let's measure that. In the span of a week, we dropped by 12%. So what I'm thinking is it could possibly stabilize, yeah, just the MA20 line. We're dropping, or we are currently sitting very near the MA20 level, so um, that is a significant area as well in in our indicator. Normally, when we're moving, as you notice here, look at that. Each time it hits the MA20 line, you will experience a bounce. But sometimes it does the overshoot as well. But definitely, it's worth marking. That is a an area to watch out for. Look at that volume. A lot of people exited. Interesting. SMPH. SMPH, we already crossed the MA20 line, so that's not a good picture. Um, so what I'm thinking is that it could persist and drop some more. I'm seeing 34.66. That's where we could possibly stabilize at. Look at that, 34.66. ICT. ICT, I'm thinking this could, sorry about the noise. Okay, this could already mean a possible support at this level. Because if you're to look at it, this is an area where you have a support, had some resistance there. Oh, this one too. See that? If you look back, look to the left, just go look to the left and see if there are validations to the area where you plotted the line. So 115.56 could be an area where it could stabilize. So guys, if you are to ask me, where is the bottom, or where exactly is the best area? So what we're doing here is that I would normally plot the nearest support, and if you are to go to that the next day, I would again evaluate depending on the outcome of the candlestick. Like this one, this kind of candlestick could be a bullish candlestick or it could be a bearish candlestick. Look at this, they look the same, right? But when that kind of candlestick comes out near a resistance area, then there's a reversal going down, possible change in direction. But when it goes to the support area, chances are there will be a reversal in the opposite direction. So what I'm looking at is there could be a repetition of this kind, right? We might be going up now. but sometimes we will be moving within this range first before we go up again. So just expect, in the Philippine market, movements of the stock are really, really slow. So there's a chance that we could do sideways first, or who knows? Then one day, if there's really good volume, then you could go up. Mary Mart. Mary Mart, this stock is a growth stock. There's a lot of potential for this stock, especially with the just one more moment revenue, good revenue in Q3. So and then there are a lot of good catalysts for this stock as well. If you're just going to check the news, and um, number two is, of course, this is the CEO is in Xia, um, the founder of Mang Inasal, and also CEO of Double Dragon. So he has proven his track. He has a proven track record in the past. He's able to build a business and make it really big. So this one is another venture of his that started really from look, from a 3 peso, now it's 6. It's 100% growth in the price. And if you are to look back, I know there are a lot of posts here in Instagrams. There are a lot of good uh, posts here and very insightful as well. They have opened so many stores now. I think this is just this Mary Mart is trying to beat um, like 7-Eleven, no, like grocery stores, pure gold to that level. So uh, that's the direct competitor. So they're trying to open a lot of branches nationwide, like you know how he did with City Mall. I know it's City Mall is also his, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so 574. That's the nearest port, and for me, it's already a bounce. Now let's take a look at Ali. Ali is this is a good one. Trying to stabilize. It is trying to stabilize very near the MA20, so that's really good. 37.35 is the nearest support with a nice volume over here. So yes, there could be some possible continuation. See that? It's just one, two, three, four. You could have some more movement going up. Next possible resistance could be right at the 40.80 level. Okay, so I don't know, it could take 1 to 2 weeks to reach that. Or sometimes just a day. Look at this. Look at the candlestick here. 1 day worth of candlestick. For JFC, I don't really have a lot of expectation here. If it drops further, I think it could potentially go down to 178. So that's some. We're currently at the support area, and in some occasions, a support can also be broken, right? Foreign selling. So let us see if it will stabilize. But the moment it breaks here, 189 level, um, my expectation is for that to go down. Let me see. Well, it could challenge this one first. I realized because there's a resistance here, resistance, and then a support. So that first before this area. Okay. So again, let's observe the 189 level. We will see if there will be stabilization right there. A green candlestick, even a tiny green candlestick, would already be a good sign that a bounce is going to happen. But definitely, if you are to ask me, personally, I have GFC and I've been holding on to that position even before the quarantine. So you already have an idea of what the initial average was before the quarantine. And during the quarantine period, this was the time when I added more volume. That's why it managed to reduce my average here. And so if it continues to drop, then I will just have to buy some more because JFC, even though there were news that there were around 300 branches that uh, they closed in the country, but there were also several branches that opened. JFC will stay with us for a very long time. So this is one of the most stable companies in the country. And I think any beginner in the stock market at one point really either started or or had JFC in their portfolio in the first 3 months of their venture in the stock market. Hit the like if you were one of them. I personally bought JFC as my first stock when I started. So I started with JFC. I know I my initial investment was only 5,000 pesos in COL, and right away I bought JFC. Okay, so that's JFC. AC AC over here is also sitting at an MA20 line. So let us see if it will hold, but I am not expecting a lot. There could be if the index will continue to drop, then chances are this thing will also follow. Probably there are so many possible support nearby, inch by inch, not even an inch. There could be another one at the 700. There, 800. Now we're at the 823 level and we're stabilizing right there. And if it drops, 803 could be the next stop. Okay. Now let's take a look at JGS. Oh no, JGS dropped. Okay, so be extra careful. We could have some more declines in the coming days. Could we could drop into a 62 area, 62.75. Okay, so there is that's your JGS. AP, AP, be extra careful. We are triggering the lower Bollinger Band. That means we could have some more declines. So first of all, there's a support in this area because of the stabilization or consolidation that happened here. The next drop could be this level. The next layer is a bit deep. So this is the next 25.46, and then if it drops further, that's going to be 24.41. SM. SM, be extra careful. This is a solid drop. 5% as well. See, this stock is also a big influencer in the index. So 934, that's the area I'm looking at for the next support. So if you'd like to add more volume, just wait for that stabilization or consolidation first and a confirmation that there is going to be a bounce that's happening. But wait, chill, don't take action for now if you want to get in. I know it's already cheap, it's a cheap area, but don't take action for now because it could drop. Next is Mac. Mac happened to bounce very near the MA20 line, so that's a good one. Maybe we could have some more, we could have a continuation, but just in case people will be taking profit and you like Mac, between 732 to 815 would be a good level to already start accumulating. This stock has also dropped significantly because of the pandemic, so it is just starting. This is the one, two, this is the so in an Elliott wave, and I'm not a very expert in Elliott wave, guys, so bear with me. So if this is your point number one, this is your number two. Normally number three is the longest, and this could be four. Then we could have another one, could be around here. Yeah, that's your fifth, could be that. Reason why I said that is because the next area I see is this. There was a resistance here that was a previous support, so that could be your next drop or next price to expect. if it will continue to move up. Let us say you enter at the 732 level, just in case. Okay, let's say you haggled in between that. You entered around 780 or 783. How much is your possible gain? Oh wow, that's a 23%. Still good. Okay. So those are your key areas. Now Dito managed to bounce, and it's a slight overshoot down below the MA20 line, but we're still in that key support level at the moment. 6 peso area is the support, so hopefully it's an area, guys. Okay, so the movement is so tight here. So if it's slightly higher or lower, that's still part of the support level. But with the green candlestick that we have here, that's a 2% increase in the price. Let me just put that here. 617. So let us see if it will continue to move up. Um, I know they'll be selling their SIM cards by December, if I'm not mistaken. There are so many actions and plans that will take effect December up to the first quarter of 2021. So a lot of people are very hopeful that this is already a sign of recovery. Look, as it was going down, notice this, your volume is also declining, and we're at a very minimum, yeah, at the lowest part. See that? The volume is so small here, so people are not selling anymore. So 617, still the safest area to um, consider as a support. Actually, I added volume over here uh, last Thursday. I bought it at 629. There, the 629 area. So hopefully that will give us some good payoff soon. So I added more volume there. Okay, I think that is from my first part. We have a long weekend. That means I could continue my insights for the remaining stocks on our list here. So it's an exercise, you know. We want to build a muscle memory that each time we look at a chart, in just a snap of a finger, we know the next direction. And that's my goal. If you are to look back to my videos from last year, because I started becoming really consistent at this. I think around, well, I started with Facebook. I was doing live there. I have a page, Invest in the Stock Market, and I eventually migrated to YouTube. And I started being very active last November in YouTube. But overall, I was doing the insights, you know, recording my insights, journaling my insights through videos. I started doing that June of last year. And to this day, I've been doing it. That means every single day, I have my daily dose of exercise, reading charts. And I've seen some progress. I can say that I'm faster and I could review so many stocks in just one session, and at a glance I could already see the movements. Sometimes we don't even need a chart, but I just make it a habit to have these charts up. But in most occasions, just at a glance, looking at the chart with no indicators, I will be able to already spot the next, you know, the health of the chart. So that's what we are trying to achieve. I'm a work in progress, therefore I will not stop any moment from now, definitely. And so if I'm able to learn from this exercise, I hope you guys are also learning from them. I highly recommend you also go back to the previous videos and try to cross-reference it with the outcome of the market and see if our analysis is correct or not. So this is my way of journaling, and thank you for always joining me checking out my videos. And yeah, I hope you also learn from them. If you haven't subscribed yet, I have a yeah, please hit the subscribe and hit the like too if you like it. I also have a Patreon account. I share my pics there and some of my research. I post it in my Patreon account, and I also have a link in eToro in case you want to trade the U.S. market. You know, the Philippine market, the entire volume of the Philippine market is just worth one company in the US. And there are around like 4,000 companies in the US. Here we only have around 300. So there are a lot of opportunities in the global scene. You can even trade cryptocurrency there and forex. So if you want to start creating an account in eToro, I even have a video. So if you would like to check out my positions in eToro, you can check out my video so you'll know what my username is. There you have it. Thank you guys, and bye bye for now. I'll record another one for you guys this weekend. Okay, bye bye.